So yeah, the Kingfisher did also mention the Swan, which was who we questioned badly. I don't know if we can re-find them. I'm not sure where would be best to go. Let's try this again, considering it takes no time. Oh, hello again. Hi, Mousy. Is there any sign of Monsieur Volps? No, not yet. He's still vacationing. Come back next week, Well, next week's no fucking good, is it? Sure. Wander around here again. The Queen of the Cyme. Falcon and Sparrowson once again find themselves in the Place du Carrousel just outside the Louvre. So which exhibitions are we visiting today? Back to the gardens, possibly, for reasons. I think we've bothered Monsieur Rubinho enough. Let's move elsewhere. Okay, fuck that then. It looks like that porcupine fellow has left the building. Did you want to ask him something? Nothing in particular, I just wanted some more details on this Renard Volps, but I suppose we'll have to leave it for now. Oh, we're not getting anything from this. Think we've found everything of value here we can possibly find. Let's not loiter. Okay, so where should we go next? Are we all done here? Yep. Well, that was a fucking waste of time, wasn't it? Shit. Jesus Christ. Got nothing from that. That's where we found the Swan, wasn't it? At the market, because she's flowers and shit. Right, it's coming back to me now. Slowly and too late. That's strange, I don't see any sign of the flower girl. Yeah, probably because you scared her off with your crazy tact and finesse strategy, dummy. Or maybe you scared her with your horrendous and inappropriate flirting technique. I'll have you know that I can flirt like a peacock in tail fanning mode. We really don't have time for this discussion. Let's just continue our investigation elsewhere. Oh, fucking it all up today, aren't we? I have no time for your quibbling, monsieur. Stand aside. You can't talk to me like that. I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of Statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes you, monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes? Memorize? Come on, Sparrowson, learn how to bluff. Fuck's sake. Who are the people wandering around with him that he can do that every time? Ah, Senor Falcon, it's so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Nope. When would that ever help? I don't... Although with him, maybe it would, because it's not like he's like the Swan who's going to get scared off, and even if he does, he can't go anywhere. I don't know why. I'm just sort of leaning the more forceful approach might actually work with him. I don't know. Because when everything's polite, he's too suave and all that. Drop the act, Juan. You fed me a string of lies at our previous meeting, and I don't appreciate having my time wasted. You appear upset, senor. Of course I'm upset. You hired me to defend you and then made every effort to sabotage your own case. Tell me, what's your real name? Why, senor, it's Juan Corrido, of course. Oh yeah, we found out he weren't even that. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Sparrowson, we're leaving. Wait. Calm yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all. Did you just say Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent? Oh, good. He's suddenly dropped his Spanish accent, so we too can drop our Spanish accent. Your suspicions are well placed. Yeah, I'm just going to do my normal voice. Fuck you. Juan Corrido is not my real name, and I'm not a Spanish prince. That was just a persona I concocted for the piece... still can't speak. For the purpose of getting arrested. Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, monsieur. If I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle, who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone is debt these days, monsieur. It's a cost of living crisis. Indeed, but this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that the murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in the mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I'm saying, monsieur? No idea. No, I totally get it, and I'm pretty sure it's the swan who did it then. She is the mademoiselle in this. I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I mean, we did see a funky judge. I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. So what is your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Wait, what? Okay, it's still a reflection. Today I am Juan Corrido, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Ria, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart bird, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect that you already know my real name. Ah. Wait, if it's... Only upon giving me this evidence things did I ever consider this, but maybe he is Reynard Vulp. You are Reynard Vulp, private investigator. Very astute, and you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me. Juan, Renard, Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course, so what truth is it that you are attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? Nothing. I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really? I don't feel that we learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget. Could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. Trial day is approaching. Right. Oh. I guess we don't have time to talk to Mousy. I'm feeling pretty confident about this case. The big picture is coming together nicely. I'm somewhat relieved that Prince Juan came clean. His secret was putting the whole case in jeopardy. Is that how you say that? Jeopardy. I'm pretty sure that's spelt differently. Anyway, maybe it's not. We still got one day until the trial, but how to spend it? I suppose we could revisit the Louvre, or maybe we should just play some cards at Lake Canargioia. Is something wrong, Sparrowson? You're being unusually quiet. Falcon, we need to talk. I'm pregnant. What's up? See, I was doing some thinking. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Anyway, I realised that we're missing a crucial piece of evidence. What evidence would that be? Well, we know that Major Howell consumed a piece of chocolate before he died, and we know that he died of poisoning, but we still aren't sure that the chocolate was the cause. That's true. If we keep pushing the chocolate theory, Cocorico will almost certainly bring that up. So I thought to myself, if one were to consume the wrapper itself, then that may provide proof of whether it contains traces of poison. Well, sure, that could work, but it would be incredibly foolish. Wait, were you thinking of eating the wrapper, Sparrowson? Maybe. Well, stop those thoughts right now. I'm not going to let you potentially kill yourself like that. Heh, I knew you would say that. That's why I already consumed the wrapper. Oh no. 45 minutes ago. And now he's dead. Sparrowson! Sparrowson! Jesus. What the fuck? That's terrifying. Doctor, is Sparrowson okay? I have no idea what the sort of voice for this.
Well, he's not conscious right now, but he is stable. I think it's safe to say that your friend is not on his deathbed.
Oh, thank God.
How did you say this happened again?
It's a long story. Lawyering occupational hazard. Doctor, can you tell me what poison caused this?
I have no idea. I'm an expert in mental health, not toxicology. But I have sent for a specialist who should be here by tomorrow morning. He will make a full assessment.
That's good to hear. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of him.
Wait a moment. There is the matter in the bill.
We'll have to discuss it later. I have an important case to prepare for, and I'm one partner down. Also, I don't care about your bill. Ha ha ha.
I see. Well, rest assured that your friend is in good hands.
Those don't look like good hands. Those look terrifying. This is terrible. What the hell was Sparrowson thinking? I can't win a case like this. You, I finally found you. Did someone say something? Running around like a headless chicken, you're one tricky lawyer to find. I told you to drop the investigation, but you just wouldn't listen. Who's speaking? I can't see you, monsieur. Step forward. Alright, I'll step forward. But it will be the last thing you'll ever see. I didn't even get to see it. Oh shit. Au revoir, JJ Falcon. Well, at least they get to reuse the drenched JJ portrait again. What just happened? Where am I? Am I dead? No, that can't be right. This is nighttime. I'm just sleeping. If I focus and count to 3, I should be able to wake up. 1, 2... Dead. Did it work? Uh-oh. Ah, Dame Cataline. I can't believe how easy you were to fool. I put on a cutesy voice, like this one, acted all innocent, and you ate the whole thing up. Shut up. I don't need to be lectured by a murderer. I'm the murderer? Why, Monsieur Falcon, it was your accusations that put Baron Rawgile on death row. It wasn't my fault. Hey, where are you going? Out of my way, Severin. I'm not done talking to Dame Cataline. It wasn't my fault. Is that the excuse you make after all of your failures? I'm not making excuses. Failure after failure after failure. No desire to improve yourself. You're a joke of a lawyer, JJ. Don't call me JJ. That's all you have to say? How pathetic. You don't even deserve to stand in your grandfather's shadow. My grandfather? Oh. The thought plickens. I'll prove you wrong. I can do better. Oh, it's you, Sparrowson. Have you come to berate me too? Oh, no, I'm just here to tell you to wake up. Wake up, monsieur. Wake up. Hey, can you hear me? I said wake up. Yes, we have to be by the river because we're in the river. Come on, monsieur, wake up. Oh, bloody hell. I said wake up. You're starting to worry me. Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure whether I'd have to find a doctor or a mortician. Ugh, my head. Where am I? The Pont des Arts, you know, by the Louvre in Paris, France. I just fished you out of the side. Nearly broke my rod doing it. Wait, I know you. You're the disrespectful lawyer guy, Giro Falcon or something. What time is it? Actually, what day is it? You hit your head pretty hard, huh? It's the 21st of January and around 9 o'clock in the morning by my reckoning. 21st, 9 o'clock. Oh no, the trial. I should have been at the Court des Asses 10 minutes ago. Well, you're running late, but take it easy, monsieur. I'm sure they'll be understanding. Maybe if I sprinted. In your condition, that would be stupid. Take a seat, clear your head. I'll go get some dry clothes. No time. I think I skipped some dialogue there accidentally. Wait, monsieur, at least take this before you go. What's this, a dip pen? No, wait, it's a modern fountain pen. Bone handle. Gold nib. This is very fancy. Thanks, monsieur, but this isn't mine. Really? Are you sure? You were holding it pretty tightly when I found you. I was holding this? Then I suppose it has to be mine. Thanks, fisherman. I owe you one. Hey, don't call me a fisherman. Racist. It's 9 o'clock. I believe it's time for the roll call. Is the defence not present? Such unprofessionalism. If there is no defence, then this trial cannot proceed any further. We must make a ruling based on the evidence that has already been presented. I will now converse with the jury. We shall decide whether Prince Juan is guilty of murdering Major Hal and of conspiring to murder the king. Your Honour, may I have a word? Fine, but make it quick. Flannel. That's my word. I'm a firm believer that a trial must be orderly and punctual. There is no room for wishy-washy dilly-dallying. But it seems somewhat rash to end a trial session the moment it is due to start. Perhaps it would be prudent to wait 5 or 10 minutes in case the defence is just a little tardy. Then the trial still has a chance to proceed and justice will be served. You are the prosecution, are you not? You have nothing to worry about. A guilty verdict is all but guaranteed. Your Honour, you appear confused. I'm not here to secure a guilty verdict. Of course you are. You're a prosecutor. By definition, you're here to prosecute. No, my job description is to prosecute, but I am here in this courtroom to ensure that justice is served. An unfair and unbalanced trial is not in the spirit of justice. That's very noble of you, but if the defence is absent, then there is little that can be done. I'll hear no more about this matter. I will now talk with the jury. The defence is present. Fuck. You're too late, Falcon. Mon Dieu, JJ, you look like a total mess. Did you take a morning swim in the Seine or something? Yes. Something like that. Your Honour, we are all present. We are only 3 minutes over schedule. Let's not needlessly dirty the pure name of justice. Rules are rules, Prosecutor. Falcon clearly has no respect for legal procedure. Frankly, for turning up while looking like a drowned rat, I ought to hold him in contempt of court. Your Honour. But Your Honour. Rules are rules. One more word out of either of you and I shall have you both disbarred. It's a pity. The King of France was most looking forward to standing behind the witness podium.
The King of France is here.
Oh god.
Oh, we're not doing this trial after all. That's a pity. Your Majesty, what a surprise. Well, you see, you know, it's my 7th time testifying against a would-be assassin. But it's the first time seeing a trial where the case has ended before it even began. Am I holding a globe or an egg? Well, the defence, he was late and... pish posh, France didn't become a great and dignified kingdom through rigorous punctuality. Let's go ahead with this trial, it'll be fun. Look, I'll say the oath to get started. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Did I get it right?
That was perfect, Your Majesty. JJ, I trust you have no objections with the King testifying? No objections here. Going ahead with the trial is fine with me. And surely you wouldn't stand in the way of the King, would you, Your Honour?
You're fine, proceed with this cursed trial.
Excellent. Now, Your Majesty, could you tell us your activities on the day of the murder?
My activities? Well, I started my day with tea and toast as I normally do. I was dressed in my PJs at the time.
Penguin pyjamas. I think you can skip ahead a little, perhaps to your arrival at the Louvre.
Ah, right, of course. Well, my entourage and I entered through the Louvre's south entrance around 9 o'clock. We passed through the Soleil de Tibre with little fanfare. At the Grand Gallery, I unveiled the new painting and gave a short speech to inspire the citizens who attended. That's when I was approached by a man claiming to be the Prince of Spain. He presented a rose, which was taken by Major Howell, and, well, I think you know the rest.
Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Mesdames and Messieurs of the Court, what we have here is another testimony that establishes Prince Juan's guilt. And this is no ordinary testimony, it is the testimony of perhaps the most trustworthy man in all of France.
Oh, you flatter me, prosecutor.
But I am the trustworthy in all the kingdom, aren't I? I have no doubt, Your Majesty. Nonetheless, I would like to perform a cross-examination.
How dare you doubt your king, the utter nerve.
Oh, calm yourself, Judge. I have no qualms with standard legal procedure. Defence, please proceed. I want to see your best courtroom drama material. Fuck. So what is this about? Contains green ink. I don't know what's that is in relation to then. Still wish I could bribe people. Yeah, I'm just wondering about the entrance thing again, if that's still... Your Majesty, you say that you entered the Louvre from the south entrance.
Indeed, we approached from the Hotel de Ville, so it was an easy riverside stroll.
Did you see anyone or anything suspicious around the Louvre's entrance?
Suspicious? I'm afraid not, monsieur. Just the regular riverside types, bourgeoisie, vendors, people who fish and the like.
I see. That's nothing. Fuck it, because I'm not sure about anything, so... Are you sure that you entered through the Louvre's south entrance? Oh mon dieu, Falcon, are you seriously still tugging at this thread? The king himself just testified under oath, no less, that he entered through the south entrance. You can't possibly have any reason to call this fact into question. Do I have a reason? I have ample reason. Please answer the question, Your Majesty. Are you sure that you approached the Louvre from the south?
Yes, of course I'm sure. I know I'm getting on, monsieur, but I'm not senile. How dare you insult the king with such a stupid question? Not to mention wasting the court's time, the utter nerve.
Well, it's not going great, is it? So this is probably crucial, but I just don't know why. Like, is that the murder weapon? Is that what was coated in poison? And then the murderer threw it in the river and I just happened to have it? But then, hang on, no, I don't know. That seems too coincidental. Is that what I was attacked with? Or did the... Why would the murderer plant that on me? It's all very unclear. To me, anyway. I mean, yeah, whether he is the Prince of Spain or not doesn't actually seem to matter all that much, but... Fuck it, we'll try this then. Your Majesty, you said that you passed through the Salé de Tibre uneventfully.
Indeed, we stopped briefly to look at the paintings and then moved on to the Grand Gallery.
There are several rooms between the Louvre's south entrance and the Grand Gallery, but you've only mentioned the Salle de Tibre by name. Why is that?
Oh, the Salle de Tibre was the only room we looked around in detail. The other rooms we simply passed straight through.
Why did you stop in that room specifically?
I see there was this giant doorstop that caught my eye and sparked a debate.
Say no more, Your Majesty. No, I don't think this is going anywhere, actually. Maybe that then. You say you were presented with a rose by the Prince of Spain.
Indeed, he formally introduced himself. I knew he was telling the truth because he called me Senor.
Your Majesty, prosecutor, members of the court, brace yourselves because I have a revelation that will turn this trial on its head. I wish I hadn't said that because I don't think it will. Juan Querido is not the Prince of Spain.
That's not a revelation, Falcon.
It isn't?
Of course not. We all know that the current ruler is Queen Regent. Regent? Regnant. Pregnant. Isabella II, and that she has no children. The Queridos are obviously pretenders to the throne. Prince Juan's title is probably self-appointed.
But his name isn't even Juan Querido. I don't even think the fox is Spanish.
So what?
So what? That's important.
JJ, what's important is that this man is accused of committing murder and of conspiring to kill the king. That's what is in dispute here. The man's name is irrelevant. He could be Juan Querido or Bob Struney for all I care. Doesn't change the events that transpired on the morning of January 6th.
I suppose that's true.
It is true.
I knew it, and yet I tried it anyway, but oh well. I find it curious that Major Howell snatched the rose before you could take it. Why did he do that?
The Major has always been a protective fellow. I think he was just doing his diligence as a royal guard. And given how he took the figurative bullet for me, I would say he did his job well.
Well, I can't argue with that. Shit. Not looking good. Well, I didn't think it was this one. Why is it always the one I don't think it is? Oh, well, fuck it. I'd like to ask about your activities in the Grand Gallery. Please proceed. Here you're inspired to be... Aside from the Prince of Spain, did you see anyone out of the ordinary in the Grand Gallery?
Why, monsieur, the Grand Gallery is always inhabited by artists. Everyone there is out of the ordinary.
Nonetheless, can you think of anyone who stood out?
Is this question going somewhere, JJ, or are you blindly stabbing in the dark?
The second one. I'm just stabbing in the dark, to be honest.
Then perhaps a little less stabby and a little more brainy.
Fuck it, I've got nothing else to go on. Could you give us a rendition of your speech?
What, right now? Without my cue cards? I'll give it a shot, I suppose. Madams and messieurs, welcome to the grand unveiling of my beautiful portrait. I don't claim to be the greatest king penguin to have ever reigned over France, nor the handsomest, nor the most competent. Some may argue I'm not even top 10 material. But I am a humble king penguin. Some consider me to be the humblest king penguin of all time.
Your Honour, I object. This speech is a travesty.
Sustained. Do you have another question about the king's activities in the Grand Gallery?
I feel like I've got fucking nothing here. Haven't I done them all now? Shit. Suppose there was one we didn't touch on here. Could you elaborate? What did you see in the Salle de Toubre?
What did I say? Well, most Roman stuff, mostly.
I meant aside from the Roman artifacts. For example, did you talk to someone in the room who wasn't a member of your entourage?
You're reaching, JJ. The king already testified that he passed through without encountering anything of interest.
I have reason to believe that this was a key moment on the day of the murder. I want the king to elaborate on exactly what and who he saw. Then I suppose you will have to proceed, Your Majesty.
Alright, let me think. So there was this giant door to stop, and then there was a copper urn thing. Oh, there was something else now that you ask. I was offered a box of chocolates by some peasant mademoiselle.
Well, there we go then. I don't know how I would have... Well, I suppose that's where we found the chocolate wrapper, wasn't it? Yeah, okay.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but Major Howe was keen to accept a chocolate or two on my behalf. What? Did I say so? It's startling, prosecutor.
No, please continue, Your Majesty. I think the prosecution is startled because he just came to the realization that I was not spouting drivel in the previous trial session.
Well, that's debatable.
To cut a long story short, Your Majesty, this mademoiselle may hold some relevance to the case at hand. Could you describe her?
Really? She's relevant? Well, let me think. I didn't get a good look at her face, but she was a sorry-looking swan, probably in her late teens or early 20s. Which is old for a swan.
A young, sorry-looking swan, you say? I don't suppose her name was... Dubeek. Mademoiselle... That sounds familiar.
Why, yes, I think that was it. She was called Mademoiselle...
I see, this is undoubtedly significant. Mademoiselle gave chocolates to Major Howe minutes before he died.
Now, just 1 minute. I see what you are alluding to, JJ. You're suggesting that the gifted chocolates killed the Major. But that line of reasoning holds no weight because the evidence is circumstantial.
Circumstantial my tail feathers. The king just testified that Major Howe ate chocolates.
Yes, that much is no longer in dispute, but you still have not proved that the chocolates were poisoned. Without that, we must assume that the swan was merely offering a gift rather than speculating that she is a murderer. Yes! Shame on your defense, implicating a poor innocent girl like that. Absolutely disgusting. Why ought to end this trial?
Hold on, I do have evidence that the chocolate was in fact poisoned.
I don't believe you, JJ. If you had a piece of evidence that significant, you would have slammed it down already. Present it.
Well, I can't. It's not really the evidence folder type of evidence.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh.
The drama is just getting good. Why did you all suddenly go quiet?
Well, Your Majesty, it appears the defense just had a realization of his own, that is, that he lacks the evidence to support his theory. Since he cannot continue with this argument, I believe the cross-examination has come to an end. I'm not done yet. Let me present my evidence. See, I had the chocolate wrapper back in my office, and Sparrowson ate it.
Stop, JJ. Stop while you still have a little dignity. The results of whatever crackpot's pseudo-scientific experiment you performed do not constitute valid evidence. I think this trial is over, Your Honour. About bloody time. You may take your leave, Your Majesty. Very well. I am pleased that justice has been thoroughly served. Until the next assassination attempt, adieu, messieurs. I will now deliberate with the jury.
I was going to say, are we just moving on from that? It did seem significant, unless... Yeah. Yeah, because the doctor did say it was a poison. It wasn't just that he ate a wrapper and got sick. Oh, wow. Objection! Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Sparrowson, are you okay? Yep, the doctor said that I have an iron stomach. Most of the poison passed straight through me. Speaking of which, I would like to testify on that poison chocolate issue. I even got a doctor's note, say.
It's too late, the trial is over.
You can't be serious, Your Honour. The contents of that note can turn this entire trial on its head. You must allow it.
Why are you constantly arguing with me? I thought the job of a public prosecutor was to assist the judges.
I told you, Your Honour, my job isn't to get a guilty verdict, it is to ensure that justice is served. He's not as much of a cock as we thought.
I swear you are the worst prosecutor in all of France.
Go ahead, Sparrowson. Read the contents of the note for the court to hear.
Ahem! This patient, Sparrowson, was submitted to Salpêtrière Hospital, where he displayed a variety of symptoms. Those included profuse sweating, a rapid fever, and severe nausea. The patient was diagnosed with poisoning, probably originating from the plant known as aconite, aka monk's hood, aka wolfsbane. When we questioned the patient, he admitted to having consumed a discarded chocolate wrapper, potentially carrying the poison. Examining the contents of the patient's stomach confirmed this to be true. As a mental health professional, I believe this patient to be clinically... Oh, we can skip that bit. Yada yada. Okay, here we go. Signed, Dr. Falret. Thank you, Sparrowson. I don't think I'll ever need to question you. Even need to question you. Between your note and the King's testimony, every angle of the chocolate wrapper business has been covered. Awesome. Wait, did you say the King is here? You can get his autograph later. Right. So what happens now? Do I get cross-examined by the prosecution or something? To be honest, I see little to cross-examine. Do your damn job, prosecutor. Cross-examine that little annoying liar of a bird. Test his tester, fucking twat.
Your Honour, he has a note signed by a medical professional, definitively proving that the chocolate wrapper from the crime scene was poisoned. We could nitpick the details or delve into the doctor's credentials, but I fear it would be a waste of the court's time. Nobody wants that.
Guys, what the hell do we do now?
We do nothing, Your Honour. The poisoned wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree JJ's evidence is still tenuous. Tenuous? A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link, and not wholly a logical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You are still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism that is required by any good court of law? Where are the witnesses who can back up your claims? Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. There she is. And I've completely forgotten what voice I did for her. Oh, hello.
You!
Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet, and you've been an enormous asset to this case, but what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise witness! Surprise witness? Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we'd beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, Mademoiselle Hing, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we, the court, established that Mademoiselle Signy is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. I totally murked the fool. Monsieur Falcon, I would like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you were agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Prosecutor, do you have any objections to me calling upon Mademoiselle Signy as a witness? No, none. Bearing in mind, of course, that you are here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict Mademoiselle Signy. Prosecuting is my job. Of course.
I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath.
The oath?
Say that you swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I swear, Your Honour, I swear to speak without hatred and without fear and all that shit.
Good, very good.
Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie, and I am a flower seller. Mademoiselle, tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the Salle de Tibre, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I personally had previously added poison to the chocolates.
Nah, that can't be right.
I used poison derived from monkshood, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it, mademoiselle? Why? Monsieur, people have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people.
I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something.
Mademoiselle, are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, monsieur, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It is my guilt and nobody else's. Only a little. Surely that should be a lot of favour.
Well, defence, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So shall we wrap this court session up?
No. Not yet. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honour.
Further questions to what end? You've already proved your client's innocence.
I wish to uncover the truth.
You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence.
Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. Something of huge importance?
I won't allow it.
Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness?
You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralising blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. Fine, if it will shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though.
Monsieur Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Ah, but I have chocolate. No, the fountain pen. Maybe. It's got to be that, isn't it? Does it ring any bells, mademoiselle? No, this doesn't mean anything to me, I'm afraid.
Heh, useless. I knew there was nothing up your sleeve.
Well, fuck. I actually... What the fuck was it then? Should have been the rose then. That's the only other thing I just assumed because that was so... I'm an idiot. Wait, I know I must have something, mademoiselle. Take a look at this. Oh, really? I can just do it again despite him saying only the one. Does it ring any bells, mademoiselle? Oh. Whatever... Okay, I'm clearly missing something here.
Enough, you're overstepping your bounds as a defence attorney, Falcon. You've clearly proven that your client is innocent by tracking down the real murderer. Your job is done.
But, Your Honour, I'm afraid the judge is in the right here, JJ. It's obvious that you want to exonerate this mademoiselle, and that's admirable. But it's also obvious that you don't have the evidence to support your claims right here and right now. Let this go. The mademoiselle can defend herself in her own trial.
So we're in agreeance, prosecutor. We're ready to wrap this up.
We are. I have no further questions for the defence or for Mademoiselle Hunier.
Then I shall now converse with the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict, although I suspect this won't take too long.
Don't worry, mademoiselle. We'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon? No, I'm fucking stumped. Sparrowson, you are clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best. How? How the hell is this for the best? My parents are safe, that's all I wanted. Your parents? What about you?
Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant Prince Juan Querido to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty.
There's a weird tumbleweed wind going through there. Your Honour, what will happen to me? Death.
Well, you haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon. We should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. You may even see the blade of the guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky.
I see.
You look scared, mademoiselle. Don't fret. They sharpen the guillotine blades regularly.
You're a bit of a prick.
Nobody here likes gallows humour. Whatever. Court is adjourned.
I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Monsieur Falcon. Monsieur Sparrowson, you did your best. It can't end like this. Oh wait, no, he's not got the accent anymore, is it? This isn't how I wanted things to go, Senor Falcon. No, me neither. We mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone. What good is effort if these are the results I produce? Now you're speaking my inner monologue. Tell me, Senor Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer? I really don't. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy, an ideal, and I stand by that. You're a man with a strong ideal. We just don't know what it is. It's just unrefined, like an unpolished gemstone. I'm sure that given enough time, your ideal will become refined and you will come to live up to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that. He's not talking about... Never mind. In any case, here's your payment. I don't deserve this. Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this is the last you will see of Prince Juan. But feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need any help in the future, Senor Falcon. Perhaps he was doing the accent then, because he kept saying Senor. Anyway, probably for the best that I spared you all from that. Impressive, JJ. You actually managed to successfully defend your client. Severin, are you going to be in charge of prosecuting Mademoiselle's... Yeah. Probably. Why? Do you think you can get her a reduced sentence? For attempting to murder the king, I empathise with the Mademoiselle JJ, but I'm not a miracle worker. No lawyer can save the flower girl now. I'm going to go to drink. Yeah, me too. Damn. All of these are ending on really dour notes. I guess we will end it there. Yeah. And then next time, Act 3, I assume. There's clearly a plot thickening in the background, but yeah, it's unclear what it is. And it seems like even when you win, you don't really win, which is a bit demoralising. But still, interesting how it's all weaving and everything. I'm just curious about these bits that I'm missing, like whether they're truly scripted things I couldn't have worked out, or whether I'm just fucking up. Hard to say. As is the entire dialogue of this game, because it's really doing my voice in, and I can't do recordings longer than this, apparently, for this game. But still, I'm enjoying it enough, and hopefully you did also. So, Act 3 next time. Don't go eating any chocolate wrappers. Poisoned or otherwise.